filming with a new camera today. I have the Sony ZV-1F with the Sony tripod. This is Sony's newest vlog camera, and I'm super excited to share more about this camera because I think it's the best budget vlogging setup that you can get. It offers a lot in such a small package, so just $499 for the camera only and $149 for the vlogger kit. It comes with a tripod, SD card, and a carrying case. So just under 700 bucks, you can get started with a pretty nice vlogging setup. So in today's video, I want to go over all of the features with this camera that make it such a good vlogging camera on a budget. Alright, so when creating content or vlogging or whatever you are creating, my skateboard almost ran away. It's very important that you look for a camera that shoots good quality video. So it's pretty standard these days that most cameras shoot 4K video. So this camera, the Sony ZV-1F, does shoot 4K video, which is great. It also offers a 1-inch sensor that just allows for more information to enter the camera, giving you an overall better image quality in your video. So we have the 4K video, the bigger sensor, and we also have an onboard microphone. So the microphone is located on top of the camera. We also have a little fuzzy windscreen that just helps with the wind. So when you're filming outdoors and you have wind coming in, it'll help minimize the sound of the wind coming in on your footage. All right, so I have two features. Are we in focus here? There we go. So I have two features that I really like about this camera. And the first feature is the 20mm wide angle lens. This is my favorite feature because I feel like at 20mm we get enough field of view to fit our upper half of our body and the foreground just perfectly in frame for vlogging. I feel like most point and shoot vlogging cameras have a lens that's too cropped in at like 24mm, and I feel like it's just not enough for vlogging. So at 20mm I think is just perfect for your vlogging needs. So I was actually going to talk about the autofocus on this camera, but I realized the autofocus isn't really as great as I thought it was. So it uses the eye autofocus tracking system, which supposedly precisely tracks onto one of your eyes and keeps you in focus at all times. But I noticed when filming certain scenes, like when I'm riding my skateboard and I come back into frame, the camera doesn't really grab focus onto my face. I filmed a few clips where I was skateboarding and then I would come into frame and I was out of focus the whole time filming. So I had to click on the screen, which is nice. If you click on the screen there, it'll track on your face and do auto tracking, which is nice. But I feel like for vlogging, you always need to make sure that your camera is properly having you in focus. So my second favorite feature on this camera is the flip out screen. So I actually just upgraded my whole camera setup, and watch that video here or here. I never remember which side it goes on. My last camera, I did not have a flip out screen. I was using the Sony A6500, and I was wasting a lot of time going back and forth watching the clips to make sure I was in frame or if I was in focus, properly exposed, and all that good stuff. When I got my next camera, I was gonna get a camera that had a flip out screen, and I can already tell you with this camera having a flip out screen and my new camera setup having a flip out screen, I've saved so much time and energy being able to see myself in frame and being able to set up the shot without having to run back and forth looking to see if the shot is set up the way I want it. I can just set it up, look here, and I know that I'm getting the shot that I want. So I really like having the flip out screen, and especially if you're looking to get into vlogging, I would highly recommend getting a camera that has a flip out screen. It just makes all the difference. So I wanted to mention one last thing about the Sony ZV-1F, and that's just the form factor. Look how small this camera is. It's like the cutest little thing. You got your windscreen on the top, and it's just a small, compact camera, which is nice for on-the-go vlogging. You can throw it in your pocket. It fits in my pocket. Throw it in your backpack, your purse, your crossbody bag. I know those are pretty popular right now. The other thing that's nice about having a smaller camera is if you're filming in public, and if you're like me, you get a little nervous when people start looking at you, or just in general you get nervous to film in public. I film on this camera here. This is a Sony A7 IV with a little microphone, flip out screen, and I took it vlogging last weekend with my fiance, and people were just staring. I had a few people ask me questions or make a comment like, oh, that's an expensive camera, whatever, and it just kind of brings out more nerves. So if you have a small camera like this, I highly doubt you'll get as many questions or as many people staring, which can make you feel a little bit better about yourself filming in public. Honestly, people might just think it's like a phone or something, so that's really nice in a small camera when trying to vlog. So let's talk about the Sony Vlogger kit. So what is the Sony Vlogger kit? I had no idea there is even a Sony Vlogger kit. So it comes with this nice little tripod here. You can take a photo, take videos, zoom in and out. Then you have your C1 button that just connects to the camera, whichever C1 button is on your camera, and it connects via Bluetooth. Has a little battery in the back right here, and it's really nice for vlogging. I mean, you can just hold it out like this, vlog, hit record, take a photo of yourself, get your thumbnail, whatever you need. And it also comes with a little travel case. I didn't bring the case with me, and it comes with a 64 gigabyte SD card. So you get the camera for $499 and then an additional $149 for the Vlogger kit, which again comes with the SD card, this tripod, and the carrying case, which is pretty nice. That's going to get you a vlogging setup right out of the door at just under $700, which I think is pretty good. So if you're on a budget, you want to get into vlogging, you want to get a pretty good camera, you want to start making high quality vlogs, honestly, this camera, you can't beat the price for this camera. Leave a comment below, let me know if you're going to purchase this camera and the Vlogger kit. I think it's a good combination. I filmed most of this video on this tripod and this camera, obviously, so yeah, it's a good product, it's a good camera, it's going to get you started for what you need, and who knows, it might blow you up on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram Shorts, whatever it is that you want to do on social media. Just get started, do it. Honestly, vlogs are fun to do. They don't have to be for social media. You can get this camera for at home if you wanted to film. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.